All right, let's jump right in. Most of us think about learning English in a pretty practical way, right? It's for a better job or maybe so you can travel more easily. And yeah, that's all true. But what if I told you it's so much more than that? We're going to explore how learning English isn't just about what you can do, but more importantly, who you can become.
Yeah, it really is a journey, and it goes way beyond just memorizing grammar rules and vocabulary lists. I'm talking about a deep personal transformation, one that literally rewires your brain and can even reshape your identity. Sounds pretty big, right? Well, let's get into exactly how that happens. Okay, so to really get a handle on just how powerful this is, you've got to start with the sheer scale of it. Get this. Right now, more than 1.5 billion people on Earth speak English in some capacity. Just think about that number for a second. It's massive. But what's really fascinating is when you start to look at who these speakers actually are. And check this out. This is a huge shift. The learners, the non-native speakers, they now outnumber native speakers almost 3 to 1. Let that sink in. What this really means is that English doesn't belong to one country anymore. Not to the UK, not to the US, nobody. It's become a truly shared global language. And it's being shaped and owned by the very people who are learning it. That's a game changer. So, this all leads us to the big question, doesn't it? Beyond just being able to communicate with more people, what is it that makes this journey, this whole experience, so incredibly powerful? Let's start breaking down that transformation, and we'll begin with the stuff you probably already know. All right, first up, the world's common language. You can really think of it as your passport to the global stage. Okay, so these are the doors that English opens that, let's be honest, we're all familiar with. We're talking better career opportunities for sure. It makes global travel so much easier. You get access to something like 80% of all online content. And of course, it's your ticket into the world's top universities. It's a bridge between cultures. These are the practical, really powerful reasons that usually get people started on this path. But, and this is the important part, they are truly just the beginning. See, here's the crucial thing. You might start this journey for all those external reasons we just mentioned, but the most profound, the most amazing changes, they start happening inside you. This is where the real transformation kicks in. Which brings us to our next section, your brain on English. I love this idea. A workout for your mind. Seriously, think about it like that. It's not just about cramming your head with new words. You are physically strengthening your brain, making it more flexible, more efficient. So what's happening on a biological level? Well, every single time you learn a new word or you finally get your head around a tricky grammar rule, your brain is literally building and reinforcing new pathways, new neural connections. It's like this. Each new word, each grammar rule, it's like doing a new rep at the gym for your brain. It's making your mind stronger, more flexible, and more powerful. And the results of this workout, they're pretty amazing. The research is totally clear on this. A bilingual brain is just better at certain things. We're talking better problem solving, an enhanced memory, and a much stronger ability to concentrate. Think about it. Your brain is constantly juggling, switching between two different language systems. That mental workout strengthens what scientists call your executive functions, which is basically the control center of your brain. It gets way better at filtering out distractions and focusing on what's actually important. This quote really just nails it. By learning English, you are training your brain to be smarter, not just in languages, but in life. See, you're not just getting good at English. You're literally training your brain to be sharper and more creative in everything you do. But believe it or not, the changes go even deeper than that. This brings us to our next section, finding your other voice or discovering a new side of you. Because learning English doesn't just change how you think, it gives you a whole new voice, a new tool to express yourself, and maybe even discover a side of your personality you didn't know was there. I mean, take a classic movie line like this one from The Shawshank Redemption. Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. Now, sure, you can translate that. A translation gives you the basic meaning. But when you hear it in the original English, you feel the rhythm, the pause in the actor's voice, the power of those specific words. You connect with the feeling of hope, not just the definition of it. And that really gets to the core of it, right? Translations give you the words, but the originals, they give you the feeling. They deliver the soul of the thing. You're not just processing information, you're experiencing the culture, the inside jokes, the subtle values that are baked right into the language. It's like you're being handed a whole new emotional toolkit. You get to discover these incredible words like serendipity that maybe don't have a perfect one-word translation in your own language. You learn new ways to express subtleties, like the difference between feeling a bit down versus being over the moon. And you know what's really cool? A lot of people say they find a new, maybe more confident, or even funnier personality when they speak English. It's like unlocking a whole other version of you. So, with this new voice, this new perspective, you're ready to join the global conversation. This is where you become a true citizen of the world. English becomes this incredible bridge that turns foreigners into just friends you haven't met yet. All of a sudden, billions of people aren't strangers anymore. They're potential collaborators, they're people you can share ideas with. You start to realize that no matter where someone is from, we all pretty much share the same hopes, the same fears, and hey, even the same dumb jokes. And here's a thought that is just so empowering. You're not just joining a community, you're helping to shape the future of the language itself. You, as one of those 1.1 billion learners, are an active part of English's evolution. Its future, in a very real way, belongs to you. So ultimately, all of these pieces, the brain science, the new voice, the global connection, they all come together into this amazing story of personal growth, the journey of you. I think pretty much every single person who learns a language goes through this transformation. First, there's the fear, right? That hesitation, being so afraid you're going to make a mistake. But then comes the mistake, and you realize it's not the end of the world. In fact, every error is just proof that you're making progress. Then the breakthrough, that amazing moment when you're in a conversation and it just flows. You're not thinking, you're just talking. And that experience builds this incredible confidence, this new identity, where you think to yourself, you know what? If I can do this, I can learn anything. So when you put it all together, the stronger brain, the new way of expressing yourself, the connection to the entire world, what is the ultimate gift of learning English? It's more than just a skill. In a word, it's freedom. The freedom to connect with anyone on the planet. The freedom to learn whatever you want to learn. The freedom to work wherever you want to work, and to express every single side of who you are. It is the freedom to build the exact life you want in a world that feels a whole lot smaller. And that really leaves us with this one final, really profound thought. To learn a new language is to learn a new way of being human. You're not just learning words, you're learning a brand new way to see the world, a new way to connect with other people, and a new way to understand yourself. Now that is real power.